Oh, they call it moving day, Pez, because things happen on day 3. Trifecta. Day 3. Ian Higgins here, Sam Perry. Day 3. Here's what happened in the match, Pez, just in case you didn't watch it and people are catching up. England 578 all out. India 6 for 257. They trailed by 321. Don Best starred, did he? 4 for 55 of 23. Pujara 73, of course, just his standard. And Rishabh Pant lit the world alight or some shit and hit 91 cricket runs. Pez?
Yep.
What are our 3 takeaways for the day? Well, give me number 1.
Can I firstly explain it to you in grade terms?
Oh, please do.
Well, there's a lot of talk about the beach outside the ground. Mate, India's still on the fucking beach.
They're on the second largest beach in the world.
Second largest.
Yeah.
Marina Beach, you can see there.
Yeah. Everyone knows that the Bangladesh one.
Bangladesh.
Where'd your eyeballs go, mate?
They go back and forth as needed. Well, first thing, he goes, what's doing with India's batting? First one, what is doing with India's batting?
Yeah.
You might say that Pant kind of skewed the run rate, but India were going at a fucking house on fire. It was fucking cowboy shit,
mate,
for a lot of the day.
They
yesterday. Are they still on the beat? I mean, this is what I'm asking.
Here's what I was watching Shubman Gill, and it just reminded me in grade terms, this guy's doing it on his dick.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, well, what does that mean?
And I think that's meant that he's using his penis as a cricket bat.
I remember the first time someone actually used that phrase to me. It was a young prodigy at our grade club who was playing first grade, scored his first grade 100, and I asked him, mate, how good, or something like that. And he was just like, mate, I was playing him off my dick. And I just immediately had the image of how big his penis must have been to be. And it's like you're probably deflecting and glancing a fair bit.
That's right.
He hit it back past the bowler.
Did you pick it up? What's this, 2.9?
Yeah.
He said, no, it's 2.10. It's Kashmir?
Exactly. And that was against a strong St. George side. So
right, okay.
A
bit of pace on it. Yeah, right.
Anyway, Shubman Gill.
Yeah, anyway.
Shubman Gill is a bit of a lightning rod for the kind of innings I felt. I mean, he just looked $1 million.
So I was just
naked bat.
Yeah.
He's obviously holding out for a bat sponsor. He's obviously had about 5 or 6 offers. He's like, boys, double it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking S. Gill.
I'm S. Gill, boys.
You don't understand where this baby's going.
I'm S. Gill, bitch. You don't understand where this baby's going.
Whatever you're offering, double it. It's not enough.
Or he's getting no offers. Coronavirus times. You know, finances are tricky at the moment.
Looks clean and pure though, doesn't it?
Fuck, it does.
This is a fucking naked bat with a white grip.
That's just his skin. Beautifully clear.
Indeed. See what that Kohli and Rishabh Pant
exactly.
Yeah. We've got that on our soundboard, don't we?
Mate, when India first got out to have a stick, and I was just thinking, well, sorry, when England got out 578, I was like, 30 short here, I reckon.
Yeah,
and then Gill comes out with Sharma, and I was just like, oh, you know, they're about 800 short here.
They were going at about 5 or 6 and over.
And then it was like, mate, are India... And then I had to assert Australia into the game. And I was like, are India fucking trolling Australia here by how shit they're batting? Fucking Rahane's punching balls to cover on the full. Gill's been caught at mid-on.
Yeah.
Pujara's playing pull shots, caught off bat pad.
Exactly.
What the fuck is going on?
Gill chips
Why
to mid-on.
are you doing this to us? To me? Why is this happening to me?
I called this out before the series started. Why do I feel like India aren't going to give a fuck about this series?
Yeah.
And we're going to cop it from England Twitter online.
They're on the beach.
Yeah, on the beach. They were never on the beach. They've been in a bubble. Doesn't even make sense. But you're right. Gill chips to mid-on. Pujara smacks it into someone's back. Kohli's still loose in defence. Rishabh Pant died by the sword he so sexually lived by.
Yeah.
And I'd like to talk about that because he's great to watch. I mean, the thing I like most about the way Pant hits sixes is the extension of the thing. The actual leverage of the bat, the arc, and the way his arms go all the way through the ball, getting behind his back. It's like he's doing a 360 and he's double jointed. I just love the way he levers the ball for such a sort of short, squat guy. Yeah. It's very good. Jack Leach's figures were destroyed by Rishabh Pant.
Who I thought actually bowled well.
Yeah, and that's the great hipster view. Is it's like, he actually bowled quite well. Good. I mean, it was into the rough and Pant got hold of him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just wonder, I mean, there's just a certain looseness to India's batting, I felt, just to the dismissals. You take Pant for what it is, it's fucking fantastic. It came off. But, yeah, a couple of the other guys just batted as though it wasn't sort of like, look, we're going to dig in here. and make sure we're selling this game. And now there's only 2 results. So India can't win now.
Yeah.
It's England's game. They got 6 sessions.
Yeah.
They'll probably have 4 sessions to bowl at India. So they give themselves 100 plus overs to get them out. If they can't, well, that's their own problem.
Jofra Archer dropped Washington Sundar late last night. Would have made a good catch running back over his shoulder. And I see Sundar's on 33 now. Mate, Sundar's a fucking... He's going to be the most frustrating thing about international cricket. Now, I look at the scorecard there and they're 5 down. I think, well, here we go. They could roll through them here. And it's like, Ashwin's got 4 test tons. Washington Sundar would bat 4 for 8 countries in the world.
Washington Sundar's got a big... Steve Smith started at 7.
He does, doesn't he? Doesn't he?
In 8 years' time, it's going to be like, yeah, he started at 7 too.
Yeah.
Bowls a bit.
Just the casual nature.
He rolls over.
He rolls a bit, yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see it. But I wonder if, like, the first innings, because remember we were talking about how England played this game a couple of years ago and they got 470, then India got 800 or whatever, and they won the game by an innings. That score 578, you ain't catching that. Yeah. And the time taken out of the game. So it's like, even when you're India coming into bat, 2 days are gone. You probably can't win the game from there anyway, unless you like fucking like the game would have to fast forward remarkably, even when at the start of India's innings to catch up to that game to be any chance of. So maybe that's what they're going at 5 and over. But then you look at their batting lineup. Shubman Gill scores quickly. Rohit Sharma's obviously got 15 double hundreds in ODI cricket. Kohli scores quickly. Pujara, okay, more of a rock. Rishabh Pant. Sundar scores quickly. So like they could actually score 500 in a day.
This is my second point, and I have changed it from what I said to you before, but it is credit to England. Okay, so I think England generated a lot of that kind of vibe to India's innings as well. Mark Butcher was commentating. He said there's a franticness to the way India are batting, and that's because England bowled in a manner that promoted that. So Jofra Archer is the only guy who's been bowling bumpers. I mean, he was quick. He was lively. He was incisive. He's a fucking great bowler.
He bowled at 148 in India. That's wheels.
Yep. And Don Bess, who was annoyed at the end of the day's play in the presser because people keep saying he's lucky, he's getting lucky, and he does get a bit lucky, but sorry for the cliche, he makes his own luck. He bowls very aggressively and he slowed up his bowling. He put himself in position to take wickets. He got some luck there, but also he bowled in a way that was asking questions of India, of the Indian batters. And he ends with 4 for 55. I just think England have been almost perfect apart from Archer's drop catch. They batted with authority. They took the time out of the game that they needed to. They've come in, they've made India play their shots a little bit as well. They've hung on to some absolutely ripping catches. I mean, James Anderson took a great catch at mid-on. Joe Root's catch was a fucking worldie. Apart from Archer's drop there, they've been fantastic. So clever bowling changes, clever field placements. They've been perfect to this point.
It's a good point, and shows how hard it is to win in India for the Anglo sides, or basically any side going there when you think about it. Especially Pakistan, who never go there anymore. That's why it's so hard for them.
Famous Anglo side.
Famous Anglo side, Pakistan. Yeah. But that England, you're right, have played basically the perfect game. They're going to win, maybe.
They've given themselves every opportunity.
Yeah, no, but my point is how well they're playing. Like they're going to win. Like it should be a fucking dead cert. If India had played this well in their conditions, they'd be like, well, this game would be over by now. Do you know what I mean? If they had been perfect, if India had been,
they're going to have to bat completely differently India in the second innings. I mean, England will give themselves 4 sessions. The ball is starting to do a lot. The wicket is starting to spit up a fair bit. It's going to be tough to survive, I'd say.
I thought it was interesting, even tactics. Like Ben Stokes came on for his first spell, and he came round the wicket straight away. And he's like, "What are you doing? You're going to bowl bumpers? No, I'm just going to fuck the pitch up for half an hour."
Oh, because at the top of the order, what I like to do is come around the wicket and bowl into the body.
With the new ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think with Don Best though, like, I mean, his figures are 55 runs, 23 overs. That's fucking economical, especially in India against good players of spin, famously so. But it, caveats everywhere. He gets wickets from a lot of shit because he got. I mean, people in Sri Lanka were saying that like it was one of the worst fifers I've ever seen. One of the first fifers I've ever seen.
Keeps doing it though.
Yeah, I know. But just, he's getting full toss. Rahane caught full toss. Pujara half tracker. He's getting an ounce of luck. And that's also true. I think both things can be true. He has bowled well, and his wicket balls.
Yeah. I think there's a broad like misunderstanding or lack of literacy around how a lot of spinners get wickets though. Based on Shane Warne and whatever. Yeah. We've got Nathan Lyon here who's very tight, very perfect. But like if you elicit those kind of mistakes from batters is because the ball's doing something as well. Even the full toss to Rahane, it dips on him a little bit. He makes it into a full toss, but it dips on him. That's just what happens when you chance your arm a little bit. And, it is working for him at the moment. It keeps happening. So I think absolutely full credit to him.
Do you think Rahane's down tools under Kohli's captaincy?
Well, we knocked over India for 36. We saw what fucking happened there in the first test. So I think England should be getting ahead of themselves in any way.
Don't make them angry.
Yeah, India are tired. They're obviously having a test off.
Yeah,
that's what I reckon. And so this is my third point. Can England keep this going? He goes. Michael Vaughan said on a highly rival Daily Show.
Oh yeah,
that England need to win this 1-0 because he can't see India batting so badly. Again, I think that's a good piece of analysis.
Oh yeah,
from him.
Yeah,
so England really need this.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I think anytime when you're playing an opposition team in their home conditions and they put in a bad performance, you have to win that game.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because there's 3 more tests after this. The next one's at Chennai again. What happens? What happens if India win the toss and they bat? I mean, this thing could be fucking over in a day and a half, just by India scoring 1,000. So my point being that, like, they might not get an opportunity like this again. They've played so well. If your number 4 batsman scores 218 in the first innings and you don't win the game, the team's fucked up. So,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how India respond, even like in the second innings, but also in the test beyond this. They also may be completely knackered from the Australian tour as well.
Well, it's interesting when you put in the context, like, that's the celebration of India's win in Australia, putting in this context, was so big because they're so under strength. They're still missing like 8 guys. Like that pace attack isn't what they want it to be. Obviously, Jadeja's a huge miss. So there's guys who are out that others would be playing.
Ask TDC, he goes. So the first one I've got from George Bottomley here. Hashtag Ask TDC. No matter how well Dom Best performs, he cannot prove himself to me. Is this an inability to get over Graham Swan, or is it something deeper? Am I destined to fail as a father?
Yes. Well, what essentially happens now, Graham Swan he was genuinely a world-class off-spinner and probably England's only world-class spinner ever. Along with Panesar, perhaps, who also got 200 test
Headley
wickets.
Verity was a good bowler.
Oh, Peter Such. Didn't he just have gorgeous shape? No. So
I see where George is coming from, because for me, Graham Swan was shit until he wasn't. Like I'd watch Graham Swan and I'd be like, early on in his career, and I'm like, he just looks like another fucking English offie, soft, smash him. And it's like, oh no, he's getting everyone out. Okay, therefore he's not.
But isn't it also like the age that you appreciate that person because you idolise them? Then you turn into an adult and you're like, nah, he's shit. Like there'll be people watching Don Best now and be like, he's the best I've ever seen. Yeah, because you're 7. You're 7, George. Who's George?
George Bottomley.
King George.
Adrian Gallio writes in. Gallio. Sorry, Adrian. Let us know. Hashtag AskTTC. Lads, are wickets like this good for cricket anymore? I can't imagine any neutral is loving this viewing.
As a neutral, I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah, me too.
Who are you going for in this series?
I find myself naturally supporting India.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's just an England thing.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I understand England winning is in Australia's interest for the World Test Championship.
I don't care about that.
Well, then I'm not going for England. I cannot find myself supporting. I appreciate England. They probably have the best blokes in the world. They probably have the funniest guys in world cricket.
Yeah. Well, New Zealand fans might appreciate that.
New Zealand, mate. There's skeletons everywhere in New Zealand. Watch the other podcast interviews. There's all sorts of skeletons with New Zealand cricket, and we'll find them.
And
no,
just on
I can't morally support England.
I think I need to temper, because if India win this series 4-0, then the Asian century has commenced.
It's already commenced.
I'm not sure it has. Yeah. Look how they're playing now. Would Steve Warside let this happen?
They're on the beach. They're on the beach in India.
Which beach?
Mate, just see the way they were batting. It's like, okay, we'll bond these blokes a little bit. Well, I'll see how long we bat for. It's all good. It's a long series. Relax. Just like they did in Adelaide.
Run out the captain, go on then.
Whatever.
36, no dramas. We'll win this 2-1.
I mean, that's 5 tosses in a row that they've lost.
I was just thinking that before, yeah. Any danger of a toss?
Any danger of playing the game when the conditions suit you best? I haven't had a chance to do it yet.
Oh, well. That's not my problem.
I think they'll be okay, India. Well, hey, another one here. He goes as well.
Please.
Malhar Shah. Is Kohli now the beta to Rahane's alpha?
Oh, goodness me, yeah. We're speaking about this. We're speaking about this for a long time.
Especially after his failure.
Yeah. I mean, I actually saw Rahane appealing. He was standing at the edge of the field with his lid on, coming into bat, and he was appealing for LBWs, caught behinds. He wanted Kohli. He wants Kohli gone. There's a mutiny happening, and people don't even appreciate this.
Well, let us know in the comments. Is going to be a mutiny if India go down here? They seem to play better under Rahane.
I feel like the viewers
trimmed my eyebrows this morning.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video today, Please do give it a thumbs up. We would appreciate that. Click subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner there as well.
You're closing that right eye over.
Mate,
Did you get punched last night?
Punch struck from the counter-attack that Rishabh Pant put on.
Yeah, love it.
Any danger of a fucking forward defence?
That's right.
Fucking hell, where's the conventional side of the batting? Rishant.
Rishabh Pant and Ishant Sharma.
Exactly. All right, we'll see you guys day 4 tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen? I know. England are going to win. Are they? I don't know. See you guys tomorrow.